What is up, my friends? You're very welcome along to a video we haven't done in quite a while, which is the late night news roundup. The reason we're doing this is because there is some potentially interesting news surrounding Antoine Semenyo and his preference that we'll go through over the next few minutes. We'll also be telling you where the European football rights are going to be. Bad news, you're going to have a couple more subscriptions. We'll also give you the latest on Harvey Elliott and whether he will be coming back to Liverpool or not, and a few other bits and pieces that we hope keeps you right up to date. Want to remind you as well that tomorrow we won't have any live content going out on the channel, but the preview will be coming out tomorrow morning, so do have a look at that. Obviously, I'll go through my predicted 11, score prediction, and an injury update ahead of the game against Nottingham Forest. We'll be covering that from 1:45 on Saturday, but until then, let's get cracking with the news. So I want to start off with a little bit of in-house news, and because of your incredible support and the channel's growth, we've been able to do something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, which is give something back to our local community here. Of course, we've helped people over the years, as you guys have known, with some of the fundraising stuff we've done, but we've delighted to say that we're able to sponsor an under-15 side here in Wexford. Cortown Hibs and Anfield Agenda, the proud sponsor of the under-15s team there. And as you can see from the jersey here on the screen, it's got shades of Inter Milan or Atalanta. But because of your incredible support, we've been able to get to the position where we are able to sponsor the team, and we're incredibly proud to do so and wish them every success moving forward. So thank you for your incredible support. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Right, let's get cracking. The news around, well, the broadcasting of the Champions League and the Europa League, it's changing. So TNT Sport has lost the rights to show the Champions League from 2027, with the streaming platform Paramount Plus in pole position to broadcast the tournament in the UK. On top of that, Sky Sports are going to be shown the Europa League and the Europa Conference League from 27-28 as well. Now that I view as a good thing. You know, it's been a while since they'd any European football on Sky. In fact, I can't remember when the last time they did. But the Europa League and the Europa Conference League will certainly make Manchester United fans very happy for many, many years to come. Now, Paramount Plus, on the other hand, my own experience of having a Paramount Plus subscription for TV shows is that it's a bit of a mess. So I do hope that they can clear the site up and the issues up before they start showing the Champions League. Now, it does mean, of course, another subscription that we're all going to have, but that's the life of a football fan these days. It's getting more and more expensive and more troublesome to try and watch all the games you want to. So, Footy Insider have said that Liverpool could opt to recall Harvey Elliott from his loan at Aston Villa in January, but as he would be prevented from holding out a loan again, a permanent cut price exit is now a possibility, with clubs in both Germany and Italy keen on the midfielder. Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs that, one, he wouldn't be coming back in to really get minutes at Liverpool, so it would be a cut price sale. Of course, there was an obligation in the Aston Villa deal, but he had to play a certain amount of games, and it's not looking like he's going to do that. So for now, it's looking likely that it could be a sale for Harvey Elliott to either Germany, Italy, or maybe another club. But that's where we're at with that one at the minute. The Dutch national team manager Ronald Koeman has been speaking about Virgil van Dijk and said, "I just said in my speech that he's the kind of captain you want as a coach. A true professional, a role model, and a personality in the team. We often talk about what's going on." He went on to say, "Gus Hiddink always said to me, is the adrenaline flowing? If Virgil is, then there's no one better. When we attack, I sometimes see him wandering when he should actually be closing in, because in that way, if you lose possession, you get back into the game immediately. In that game, there is no one stronger than Virgil. Sometimes he might be a bit too easy, but that's human nature. I felt that way too, but we need Virgil at his very best." So, just as I've mentioned that it looks like Paramount Plus have won the rights, they have indeed now been confirmed as winning the rights. So, Football Tweet have said, Paramount has won the rights to show the Champions League matches in the UK from the 2027-2028 season. They will pay well in excess of the $1 billion deal currently in place with TNT Sports. The deal will run for 4 years from 2027 to 2031, with Amazon Prime set to continue to show a game every Tuesday. Paramount has also landed an expansive package of Champions League broadcast rights in Germany in a major push into the European market. I just hope that the platform gets better, because like I said, I'm a big fan of Landman, the TV show. They show that on Paramount Plus, and it has been an absolute headache to try and watch it and work through the subscription setup and process there. So fingers crossed it's a lot better by the time they roll around to European football. Now, I did tease you with a little bit of information at the start about some possible big news around Antoine Semenyo. We know that Liverpool are interested. David Ornstein earlier on today said Liverpool, Spurs and Manchester City are probably the three names being spoken about most for Semenyo. United's name has been doing the rounds in conversation a little bit as well, albeit my information is that that was something they were thinking of last summer, but having brought in Brian Mbeumo, Mateus Cunha and Benjamin Semenyo, I don't think they're going to be in the market in January for an attacker. I think they're going to look for a deeper lying midfielder. So with all of that, it comes down to who is it going to be? Who's going to make a move for the player? And Dave O.C. Kopp has posted that Liverpool have held positive talks with Bournemouth over a proposed move to Anfield for the 25-year-old. It is understood that Liverpool is Semenyo's preferred destination. And that line has filled me full of all kinds of confidence. Now, we talked about Semenyo tonight on the stream, and my own gut feeling, and this is just that, is that if we do make a move for Antoine Semenyo, I would guess, and I have to say guess because I don't want people saying you said this, it's just my gut feeling, that we'll see Federico Chiesa depart back to Italy at that point. Because one, you know, the manager is going to want squad place freed up. We're also going to have 7 million quid's worth of wages that is currently sitting there every season being unpicked by the manager. So you, I and everybody else that supports Liverpool would love Fede to get more minutes, but it's not looking likely. So if we bring in Semenyo, I think that's probably the direction of travel. Now, we know 60 million plus 5 million in add-ons in January would be enough. But what we don't know is if Liverpool will pull the trigger for a January move, or if they will get the word from the player that he wants to come to Liverpool and wait till the summer. I don't know the answer to that one yet. We do, of course, know that in the summer the release clause goes down to just over 50 million. So your thoughts on this would be very much welcome in the comments. I hope Dave is right in what he said about Liverpool being his preferred destination, because that would certainly make me much calmer about other clubs circling the water. But it feels as if this is another Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo type situation where the Reds are going to move to preempt any other club maybe coming in, sniffing around, trying to pinch him from under our noses. On top of that, there's a lot of indications that Mark Gay could very well be coming to Liverpool. You know, I said to you guys the other day, my information is that he's given Liverpool his word, but what we didn't know was whether that was going to be in January or in the summer. Starting to be a bit more conversation from the likes of Jamie Carragher and some others now that Liverpool do need a centre-back in the January window, and it would be common sense to say, go and get Mark Gay at that point, if Mark Gay is willing to make the move mid-season. What would it cost? Well, you would say 15, I would say probably 15 as well. But if you're Crystal Palace, that's not a number that's going to get you interested, and it's not a number that's going to tempt you. So I would dare say you're looking at somewhere about £25 million maybe if Liverpool move for Mark Gay in January. But looking at it in the big picture, 25 million quid for a player of Mark Gay's ability. Yes, the contract situation is what it is, but ultimately you'd be getting a player of his calibre for 25 million, which I wouldn't say no to. But that's my part. Now it's over to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you've enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. The preview for the Forest game is out tomorrow, and I will see you guys back on Saturday. Much love. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.